Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for us. Hit the notification bell for more updates. Like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can equally leave a comment after watching or send us a voice note on our WhatsApp number. It is 0277 128 777. Thank you. Kwesi Pratt has finally reacted to a publication on the speaker's medical health outside, which he said is all because of this fourth vacancy declared and the people behind it are trying to target related to what has happened, which he said is so foolish and unbelievable to do that, because what has happened has nothing to do with speaker's medical health, and he's not the only one who visited the hospital and spent money on his health outside or in Ghana. Without much ado, I would like you to join me listening to what he said into detail. Thank you.
Some few more messages. Good morning, Bless, and your panelist. I'm Kaiser from Techiman. My greetings to Uncle Pratt and my brother Elvis. I miss him. It looks like we are being governed by the Idi Amin of Ghana. What he wants is paramount, nothing else. The EC and the Supreme Court are controlled by the Idi Amin of Ghana. My brother Elvis should reach out. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you for your message. This one here says that Elvis, you've always made my day. Your level of objectivity is unmatched. Keep it up, bro. God be your helper. Okay, you didn't tell me your name. Okay. Good morning to you all. Madam Jane Mensah should know that she's holding the key of peace in the country now. We should she deny the CEO's accreditation to observe that? Why would she deny the CSO's accreditation to observe the 2024 elections? Jane, you and your staff should be mindful and do the right thing for the good people of Ghana. We want free and fair elections before, during, and after. Come December 7th, 2024. From Amos in Asinfosu. Thank you, Amos, for your message. This one here says that my name is Fuseni Sani from Asaman Kwesi. Good morning, Bless, and your panelists, especially Uncle Kwesi Pratt. Bless, what is wrong with the Supreme Court? First ruling that Ghanaian birth certificate does not make you a Ghanaian, and now another uncommon sense ruling. But I'm happy I did not study law but accounting, else I will burn my certificate this morning. Good morning. Well, right. Good morning. The Supreme Court's ruling is a terrible precedent that needs to be reevaluated. The NDC should not resume majority seats in Parliament. If possible, they should ignore the supposed government businesses, as the MPP is desperate to loot money for their campaign. We've had enough of the MPPs and are ready to vote them out in 23 days. This election is a destiny-defending moment for us, and we'll vote wisely. Seidu John Paul, former SRC President, Tamale Technical University, thank you very much for your message. I'll end with this one and now turn my attention to Mr. Pratt. It says, in my opinion, okay, good morning, Bless. I like the submission Dr. Botta made, but he should not limit his concern to the Queen Mother alone, but the Chief too. Steve from Bekum, of course. In my opinion, all the state institutions have been compromised. Simple. All right, thank you very much. Mr. Pratt.
Well, first of all, I think the most foolish thing that has happened with regards to this controversy over the 4 members of Parliament is the publication of the Speaker's medical expenses. I mean, it is so foolish, it is unbelievable. What has the Speaker's medical expenses got to do with whether or not those 4 members of Parliament should vacate their seat? I can't believe it. I can't understand it. In any case, is the Speaker the only public official who has incurred medical expenses? What about the President? What about the Vice President, who today is the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party? What about other members of Parliament as well? I mean, this publication, it's so foolish, it's unbelievable. And yet it has been done. And have you seen those who are forwarding the speaker's medical expenses. Go and check, see those who are forwarding the speaker's medical expenses. And then in the midst of this, they are calling on the NDC side of parliament and saying that, oh, we are extending a hand of friendship. What a hand of friendship. And as I said yesterday, there's a hand of friendship dripping with blood. Who takes a hand of friendship which is dripping with blood? Silly, foolish, absolutely nonsensical. This publication, what is it intended to do? But put that aside. You see, the absurdity of the Supreme Court decision is so easy to demonstrate. You don't have to think deep to demonstrate the absurdity. Okay. By this decision, the Supreme Court is saying that somebody like Honorable Cynthia Morrison, who today in the field, in the constituency, is campaigning against the NPP, is still a member of the NPP, still an NPP member of parliament, and is entitled to all rights and privileges as an NPP member of parliament. Do you see the absurdity? So when the NPP caucus is meeting in parliament, even confidential meetings, the Supreme Court says that she should attend those meetings and campaign against the NPP in the field. What absurdity!
Foolishness in the highest order.
What absurdity! I mean, the absurdity is so clear. You don't have to go to law school. You don't even have to be sensible to see that this is absurd. Cynthia Morrison, busily campaigning against the NPP in the constituency, but is entitled to attend confidential meetings of the NPP caucus in parliament. What an absurdity. Let me put it the other way around. By the Supreme Court decision, today there are no sanctions against crossing carpet. Today, if you are an independent member of parliament, you can actually join a party and say that you are joining the party so that you can contest elections in the next parliament, and therefore you can stay in the current parliament. What an absurdity! I mean, what is this? I mean, it's so absurd. I mean, just apply small common sense to the ruling, and the absurdity becomes clear.
Very clear. What is this? You gave the answer before.
You know,
the answer is absurdity.
But you see, there's more to that. What is the effect of the Supreme Court ruling? And here I go again to my favorite topic of purposive interpretation of the law. What is the effect? One of the things that we are likely to learn very soon is that judicial decisions do not necessarily resolve conflicts. And I'll give you the case of Boku. There have been so many judicial decisions, the conflict is raging. 30 people are now dead, and so on. So judicial decisions do not necessarily resolve conflict. Now Supreme Court has made a decision. When will Parliament sit? When will Parliament sit? It's made the decision, fine. When will Parliament sit? As a matter of fact, Parliament is supposed to adjourn tomorrow. Until after the elections. So Supreme Court has made a decision. When is Parliament going to sit? How is Parliament going to sit? Let us say that the minority, majority, whatever, triggers the process for petitioning the Speaker to recall Parliament. So Parliament is recalled. The numbers do not add up. No business can be done in Parliament. What has the Supreme Court done? What's the effect of the Supreme Court decision? So what is the effect of the Supreme Court decision? When Parliament cannot sit, it cannot compel Parliament to sit. There's this thing about which side NPP will sit on and which side NDC will sit on. The Supreme Court cannot enforce that. In Parliament, you think the Chief Justice can compel any of the sides to sit anywhere, left or right, and so on? It is not possible. So what is the purpose of the Supreme Court decision? It has been said before by more knowledgeable persons and so on, that really, sometimes the law is an ass. What I would just add is that the law sometimes is not an ass. It's a very, very fat ass. Master, I've finished.
Publication of Mr. Speaker's medical bill. It's so foolish that why would you publish the man's medical bill as if he actually went to buy sickness? I prefer us to spend state resources protecting the lives of sensible leaders of integrity than buying handbags and makeup boxes with it. I prefer that. Now, if we were to publish the medical bills of all the leaders of the various arms of government over the last 7 years.
Don't go far. They should publish the flight, the monies used by president.
I'll come to that. In needless travels.
They should publish
you
that.
See, we just create problems that allows people to come back at us.
The vice president, who is the flag bearer of the NPP, fell sick and got treatment in the UK.
In the UK.
They should publish the bills.
Who is publishing those bills?
It would be right for me to use the remaining minutes to read messages from our viewers. I've sent several of them through Facebook and other media. Fusaini Sani Turawa says, good morning, Bless, and your panelists, especially Uncle Kwesi Pratt. Bless, what is wrong with the Supreme Court? First, holding Ghanaian birth certificate, and then also now this ruling. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Suglo Ibrahim says, the last time I told you that the Supreme Court was just wasting Ghana's time. Why? Every Ghanaian knew the verdict of the Supreme Court from the day Apenyo Makin took the matter to the court. We all knew it to be 7-0. They wanted to hide under the rules by the 5-2, so it is not new at all. We need formatting and resetting of the country. Suglo K. Ibrahim from Nadoli Kaleo constituency. All right, thank you. This one here says that, good morning, Bless. Today's panel is just on point. You have made my day with the men of integrity in the studio. My regards to all of them, especially my brother Elvis. But my concern is that in recent times the president has exhibited acts that are not his business, poking his nose into Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire issues. This could have brought an inter-country instability to Ghana. I'm just happy that his time is up and he would retire in peace and leave Ghana into a super competent JDM to correct his wrongs. Okay, thank you for a message. Edward Dugbaza says, how much has government spent on Asante Bedir? George Stevenson says, in fact, I'm very ashamed of this Supreme Court. I'm not a lawyer, but my common sense could have solved this issue. Let me proceed to some WhatsApp texts that you have sent us. Bless. The media really have to help GM to be the next president. Things are bad under this government. Seidu John Paul, thank you for your message. Good morning, Bless. I am Osman. Tell my brother, Dr. Elvis Bota, I'm proud of him. God bless him. Okay, thank you for your message. NDC should be backlash to and not MPP only. Both are killing the nation. Imagine shifting citizens' attention from the Galam Stop agenda. Both parties can change the constitution. Okay, all right, thank you very much. This one here came from Eben, who is a resident of Pristia. Good morning, Bless. So the Supreme Court wants to tell us that MPP MP can file on the ticket of NDC and still be in the MPP caucus. All right, you didn't tell me your name and where you sent the message from. NDC must wake up. Why is it that Jane Mensah is refusing to... Okay, the rest of your message isn't so clear. Hi, Bless. Good morning. Foster from New Abrim. I find it strange and upset to hear Doctor on his line of thinking about his submission on the ruling by the Supreme Court. If he's right about the jurisdiction and the High Court should have been the right place to adjudicate this matter? Is the Speaker a High Court judge for him to have made his declaration? Again, another fundamental question we need to ask ourselves is those members of Parliament who lost in their bids to be elected into the next Parliament, are they still attending Parliament, and are they still enjoying all their privileges as members of Parliament? All right, thank you for your message. Good morning, host. I'm enjoying your discussion and the education being offered by your distinguished panelists. I'm Jamel Possible from Etrima Techiman. Thank you, Jamel. I'll do two more. Good morning, Kokwalo Maso and the team, especially to my two uncles and my brother Elvis Butter. When NDC comes to power, can they right this wrong by the Supreme Court? Because this ruling of the Supreme Court can't stay and be used as law in our courts. Okay, thank you very much. J.S. Fuseni from Tamale, you sent this one. And this will be my final message. This one here says that, good morning, Bless. Ghana is under military rule by civilians caused by the judges. My regards to Elvis. I'm teaching at his former school, Damongo SHS from Baba. All right. Thank you so much, Comrade Pratt. Thank you, Dr. Elvis, and thank you, Ambassador Sampi Ali, for your time this morning. And to our cherished viewers, thank you so much for your time. I'll catch you same time tomorrow.
Once again, say thank you for your time. We really appreciate your time on PENDREAM TV. We urge you once again to also subscribe to the channel as a new member. Like and also share to other members to watch as well. Thank you. Stay tuned for more. We have more in store coming your way. Please, to get access to that, you have to subscribe to the channel for us. Thank you.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.